It was really great pleasure for me to be part of CONPRA project. I really enjoy to discuss with colleagues in Central Europe because I believe we share some similar problems about theoretical and atheoretical archaeology. So I believe this was a great place and great time to share my knowledge and my perspective with them, and that was really important for me to see from another standpoint how they think about archaeology in general and specifically about digital archaeology. I was really lucky because I was in Prague, but I had a short visit in Slovakia, in Martin, during the excavation at great sites such as Mošovce, Višehrad and Sučianski hrad, and it was really great for me to learn from Slovakian colleagues, but also to teach Slovakian students during those excavations.
I had some previous experience working with in rescue archaeology in Serbia, but now I was faced with an opportunity to find out how does it occur in Czech Republic, and I was expecting something similar, but it actually was very different from what I got to see, because they are pressured by time and resources which are always scarce, and furthermore by funds which are always limited. So it was a positive experience because I get to see how fast things can be done in the field while excavating, which was, for me, coming from academia, a new experience. Coming to see him in practice, I had a lot to learn there because I was already informed about some of the techniques through reading articles and magazines and books. But seeing it firsthand in the field, that is a really good transfer of knowledge because you have a live person who can explain it to you, and any questions that happen while working, you can get answers immediately. And even though we are at the moment limited by the current laws and practices in Serbia, that doesn't state that we cannot, on a general scale, introduce new techniques and methods that might one day become part of the regular routine.
As you know, the consortium which was involved in this CONPRA project is consisted from two private companies and two academic institutions, one from the Slovenia and another one from the Belgrade. And this cooperation in the frame of this project was a very huge experience for all of us, because it was possible to compare different experience, since we are working in the so-called state area of the science, while those two private companies are working in the sphere of the private business. And of course, both of these sides have a completely different point of view, since when you are dealing with the private business, of course, the main goal for you is to have a profit. And to have a profit when you are doing archaeological excavations, it is necessary that you do your job quick and in good quality.
During my stay in Martin, I was learning how to use photogrammetry and photochromatic programs, which is really useful when dealing with presentation of cultural heritage. And one part of experimental archaeology is exactly the presentation of cultural heritage to, so that everyone can understand. That's where I find the connection between photogrammetry and experimental archaeology, which is my primary focus in the research. And I see how photogrammetry can be used when documenting experiments and presentation of cultural heritage to non-archaeological community. Photogrammetry, which was my focus during my stay in Martin, in Rudki, is really beneficial for field archaeology and excavations and documentation of archaeological record. And it was really interesting to me to see how in the future I can record and learn other people to record in the same way archaeological record.
I gained very good experience in preventive archaeology, that they actually working that very professionally. So they gave me opportunity to try to work in that kind of environment. So it's very useful for me. Also, that experience gave me courage to start my own company in the archaeology field, so now I'm trying to do private archaeology in Serbia.
Well, all international cooperation is always beneficial, because you get to experience from other points of view and from other aspects of the field that you're working in some other country, in some other society that has maybe different base to start with. But since we are all archaeologists and we're dealing with particular problems which are more or less similar across the whole region, we easily find common ground and we easily can cooperate, even though that we are physically separated by a couple of 100 kilometers. Already started implementing some of the skills that I've learned in the Czech Republic. I have a project that I'm a part of since 2014, and we are already implementing some of the techniques they showed me and they taught me while there. CONPRA needs to be a marker point for Serbian archaeology, because from CONPRA we will get at least user manuals which we can apply in Serbian archaeology, but also we will get this immense quantity of knowledge and context that we have established during the 4 years of the project, which enables us to continue our cooperation even after the CONPRA is over.